What's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the all-new 2022 GMC Sierra. And the model that we're looking at today is the 1500 Denali Ultimate, finished off in titanium rushed metallic and has an MSRP at $80,000. Underneath the hood, the Sierra Denali Ultimate is going to feature a naturally aspirated 6.2 liter 8-cylinder engine. This V8 pumps out 420 horsepower with 460 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power is sent to the rear wheels through a 3.23 rear axle. However, of course, we do have a four-wheel drive transfer case. Curb weight is around 5,300 pounds, and it can tow about 9,000 pounds. And running on a 24-gallon fuel tank, you're looking at 15 miles per gallon in the city with 20 out on the highway. Overall length is 231.9 inches, with wheelbase at 147.4. Width is 81.2, and height is 75.5 inches. Ground clearance is also 8 inches. On to the exterior design of this all-new GMC Sierra. It has a really modern and bold appearance, and I just love the way everything comes together. You can see this massive grille right in the center, finished off in a dark chrome, has a really cool design on the hood, all the way into all the mesh to allow massive amounts of cooling to the engine. We get a gray GMC logo as well as a forwards facing camera. And then I love the new LED headlights. They have a pretty nice design. They're kind of sleek looking compared to the previous generation. I love how the DRL cuts down towards the grille, and then you can see the projector beam LEDs right in the center. We have some really sharp lines cutting their way under the headlights and under the entire grille. I love how everything flows together seamlessly. Then you can see a nice little air inlet on the far side, as well as a cool design with the front bumper. We have LED fog lights down below, your parking sensors, and then a large chrome piece in the center portion. You can see two metal tow hooks, and then really sharp lines leading their way towards the windshield. It has a boxy, yet slimmed down front end to really come together. As you make our way to the side profile, this has a set of 22-inch wheels. They're satin black, with a pretty cool machine design, and they are a multi-spoke layout. We have a plastic trim piece for the front fender and some nice sharp lines around the fender as well. You can see the Ultimate 6.2 badge on this front fender. Then we get a set of chrome mirror caps with LED lights and a side view camera. More chrome trim running around all of the windows with a blacked out B-pillar. We have chrome for the door handles and then a sunroof up on top of the roof. Down below you can see some sharp lines within the doors. We get Denali written out on the front portion of the door, and then a chrome trim piece on the side of these power operated side steps. You can also grab the button on the back and just tap it with your foot, and the entire piece will come outwards and back to give you good access into the bed. Very nice design the way everything is set up on this truck. Just kicking it again. The rear end, you can see the same plastic material for the fenders, and I love how the rear bumper, you can see the side step. Really good proportion being the shorter bed in the full-size crew cab. It has a really good look from the side. And then as we make our way to the rear end of the new Sierra, this has LED taillights finished off with a red housing. Then you can see the Multipro Tailgate. We have a massive GMC badge finished off in the gray, all of your buttons, camera, as well as LED light, and then Denali's written out in the center with Sierra to the right side. We get a body colored rear bumper along with two chrome exhaust tips all integrated into the bumper. You can see parking sensors as well as the trailer hitch, and I love the sharp lines in back that match the front. So there's a good look at the exterior design now with the all new GMC Sierra. I love the way it looks. It really is a great looking truck. We have GMC's key fob, you get the logo on one side, and then a few buttons. If I go ahead and lock the truck, then double tap on the engine start stop button. You can hear the massive V8 roar to life. Great feature to have. Pressing the button once, it'll automatically shut off. From there, all you have to do is grab the door handle. You can press the button to unlock it. And when you do that, these side steps will automatically open up and we can check out this interior. The Denali Ultimate is going to get the Alpine Umber full leather interior, and you're going to see some wood as well as aluminum accents. Taking a look at the door panel now, you can see that brown material. I love how the leather feels, especially with all the stitching and the piping, and I love this embossed area right here of the leather. Really, really neat design. You get the wood grain trim up top with the aluminum color, along with your release handle. You have lock and unlock memory seating. You get the Ultimate badge, as well as your mirror controls and window controls, aluminum for the mesh on the Bose audio system, and then a ton of storage space down below. These steps give you a really large area to enter the truck. We get Ultimate written out on the door sill, carpeted floor mats with an aluminum piece with GMC, and then you have all of your power controls on the left side. We get the massaging seat along with all the lumbar support, more controls. We have a dark brown leather as well as this light piping, and then this really nice brown color. Really nice material for all these seats with perforated leather and stitching all throughout the center. More of it making their way all the way up the backrest, and I love this large exposed stitch. Up top you can see the Ultimate badge, and then more of the leather along the headrest with more of the piping. And then we get a dark black steering wheel with some aluminum colored trim. And then now inside the new Denali, keeping my foot on the brake, we can press the massive start button and fire everything up. We get two massive screens that'll come to life. Really nice layout for everything. And then if we move our way to the center screen now, this is completely configurable. You can see some information on the left for your speedometer and fuel economy. We also have the tach time and temperature on the right, then a few vitals in the lower section. You can control the center part of the screen as well as the entire screen using these control buttons over on the right side. So if I go ahead and just tap the left icon, you can scroll through audio information. You have information that will come up to see all sorts of different things coming up into the truck. I really like just how much information this truck gives you. Continuing over, we have settings. You can go to your display layout, and this is where you can configure how you'd like it. So we'll go into the traditional view now, which gives you kind of a normal setup with the two circles. You can also go into a full digital layout, which kind of cleans up just a little bit. And then you can go into the clean one, which really tones everything down, just gives you an insanely simple design. I like the progressive one, just kind of utilizes the boxy shape of the screen. But from there, you can continue scrolling down. You can adjust what you want on the left side. I have fuel economy right now. You can adjust that to a few more items. And then same thing for the right side you can adjust, and then the whole lower section. So really nice the way everything is set up in the truck. You can see all sorts of things in the center. We do also get a massive heads-up display system. It'll come up right in the center. Then it'll also have some of your Super Cruise information. If we now take a look at the steering wheel, we have controls on the left side for all of your cruise control. We have the Super Cruise button as well, which will turn on the steering wheel. We have your distance pacing, and some more controls on the right for Bluetooth and audio. There are steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. They're only about this big, just on top. Below that on the back, we have radio controls and volume controls. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, this stock has all of your windshield wiper controls as well as the turn signal. And then to the left of the steering wheel now, we have all of your headlight controls down here, along with the rear dome light for the bed, interior dimming, four-wheel drive control, and then your drive mode. You can scroll this left and right. You have a sport mode, an off-road mode, and then the normal mode. We also have controls for the heads-up display system right there, one of your air vents, and then nice black leather running across the entire dashboard with more of the stitching as well as this piping. I love the wood grain trim you're going to see on the passenger side. Really nice design with more of that etching in it. You can press the button, and we have a nice size upper glove box. Really cool layout. We have the traditional glove box down below with a large area, and then more smooth black leather underneath all of that, leading their way to this massive 13-inch screen. There is so much information on this. Right now you can just see how large it is. You have stuff on the right side for all of your trailer settings. You have a clock that can come up. Scrolling all the way back up, we have information for radio. The whole Google system will come up as well. Taking a look at all of the cameras in this truck, we have our front view camera as well as a top down. You can adjust that to look at the rear. We also have a top down for the front and the rear. Then you can take a look at all of your wheels. We have one for your trailer hitch to line that up. Then continuing over, we have a really nice one for the bed. It's a great feature to see. You can zoom in and out. We have a trailer icon on this far left side that will come up. Different information. You can set custom trailers, kind of have it all laid out with the weights and everything like that. We have information as well you can go into for Bluetooth. We have all the audio control, Sirius, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Then we have your home icon with more items. You can see the Play Store, the Google Maps, and everything like that. And then all the physical climate controls are located down here. We have the on-off right in the center with your fan speed to the left and right side of that. You can easily adjust everything and it comes up. And then we have your dual zone temperature that you can sync. They have their own LCD screen to see what everything is doing. All of your different zones, you can make that adjust. Defrost, heated and ventilated seats, as well as the steering wheel heater. Same thing for the passenger side. And then that toggle on the side of the seat, if I just tap that right now, all that information is going to come up on the screen, and you can just cycle through different settings for all the massages, as you can see. And then continuing down, you have all of your lumbar support, which will come up, and you get a pretty good depiction of it on the screen as well. And then if I just tap the X, we'll exit out of there. Underneath that, we have quite a few different toggles. We have your lane keeping, parking assist, start, stop, and tailgate. Then you have traction control as well as the downhill assist. This button right here, you press it once, all 4 of the side windows will actually go down all in together, which is really cool to see. We have a large storage area with some USB ports and cup holders, even more storage. Nice shifter design as well as your brake settings you can see. And then you even get wireless phone charging located in the center. We have more of that really nice leather all along the center armrest with that same design. And then just pressing the button, we can open this up and you can see all the space inside. If I take this out, you can see just how large everything is and a better view of the wireless tray. Putting that back into place. And then if we take a look at the headliner, this one gets a full Alcantara headliner. It looks really premium, feels very nice. We have the sunshade as well for the roof. All of your dome lights, controls for the roof, as well as the center one, you can press and automatically slide open this rear window. And then we have our rear view mirror, which does feature a camera. You have the traditional glass, and then it goes into the camera LCD screen. And then moving on to the rear seat space, if I grab the door, of course those side steps open up, and then we have the same design for these door panels. Moving to the seats now, they have all the same material with genuine leather, really nice stitching and perforations. These headrests will fold down for better driver visibility. Then you can grab the center seat and pull this down as well. You get a nice size armrest with some cup holders and storage. The backrests have these openings with a little bit of storage space in here, which is a really cool touch to see. Then you can even grab the base of these seats, lift them up, lock them into place, and it reveals a pretty good amount of storage space underneath. Has a really good area in the back, and then it's a pretty flat floor. We also have all this nice leather on the backs of the seats with more of that design. You have cargo areas on the backs, heated rear seats with air vents, as well as some USBs. So then now sitting in the back of the GMC Sierra, this 1500. This is a pretty sweet truck. So I'm 5'11" sitting back here. I have like 5 inches of headroom, and even with the driver's seat set at my height, I have plenty of knee room and plenty of headroom. Now these seats don't recline at all. I wouldn't mind them being angled just a little bit more, but with the armrest on the left side as well as the right side of me, I mean, it's a pretty comfortable truck. You know, if you sit forward a little bit more, not too bad back here. Large windows, of course you have the one in the back that can go down for better airflow. So it's a pretty nice truck. We have some lights up top as well as some hooks, and definitely a lot of room. And then moving on to the Multipro Tailgate. The lower button opens up the entire tailgate, as you can see, just like any normal truck. Taking a look at the bed, this is a carbon fiber composite bed. It is really large in here with a ton of different hooks all around it to really make it incredibly practical. We have power outlets as well, and you even get a handle on the other side to open up. I love how the inside of these are sunken in all the way to the edge of the bedside to really maximize the amount of cargo space. And then in the tailgate, we have a bed extender built into it. By just lifting that handle, you can see how everything is set up. Really nice to fit some 2x4s or any other items. If I go ahead and close it and grab my hand underneath it, the closest button to me will open up this lower side. As you can see, that'll open nicely to give you a little bit more space. And then if you open up this bed extender once again, now all of a sudden this is a step. It makes it incredibly easy to enter and exit the truck by just stepping right into it and getting into the bed. We also have a kicker audio system built into the tailgate with all of your Bluetooth controls in the center, and it's a really good sounding speaker system. From there, you can close the tailgate like normal and then just open the upper area independently, and you can have a nice workbench up top, and you can even open up that bed extender in this position to further maximize how much use this tailgate can give you. All right, so setting off now in the GMC Sierra, what is it like to drive this all-new Denali Ultimate? This is a really, really nice truck. It has a full adaptive air ride suspension, and it rides so smooth. It really doesn't drive like an old school hardcore trucky truck. It drives like a very comfortable truck. You can still tell, I mean, it's a big vehicle. It definitely has some road presence. However, it's comfortable and relaxing. The massaging seat does a really good job. Great visibility out of the windshield. Mirrors all do a pretty good job. I especially love the LCD camera, the setup for the rear view. I wouldn't mind mind these side mirrors being a little bit larger, however. Maybe some tow mirrors would be a little bit better fit for a large truck like this. But overall, you know, you have a lot of glass to see out of. Visibility, like any pickup truck, is pretty fantastic. You really don't get any blind spots. And I love how you can actually put these cameras on while driving. So if you have stuff in the bed, you can check that out. And that's a really cool touch. You can also do the trailer view and adjust kind of what you want to see. You can see your trailer hitch itself, and then the forwards or rear view camera. So just really nice tech. It comes up for about 8 seconds, depending on if you switch things or not. But it's a nice truck to be in. The leather material, everything you touch is really nice. Like, everything in this feels like high quality. It really is a luxury truck. There's a lot of like Cadillac Escalade in this, it seems, with just the fit and finish and the use of materials. And even when you take some turns, we're going 50 around a turn, it's stable. It really is a planted vehicle, especially for its size and weight and everything, and of course the capabilities. It's a nice vehicle to be in. It's something that you can actually take on a long haul and just be comfortable in it, have as much technology as needed, and it really is a great place to be. Road noise, wind noise, things like that, it's really insulated. I've been on the highway with it, driving it all day long, and it's just no big deal. It's a really good truck, so refined compared to older ones, and I'm really impressed with that. The cruise control system also works really well. Of course, you have the adaptive cruise, the lane keeping, all that sort of thing. And then Super Cruise, depends on what kind of road you're on, really only works on the highway, but it works so good. This will light up green, and it basically drives for you. You don't even need to touch the steering wheel. You can pretty much just drive and let the Super Cruise do its thing. So I've really enjoyed using the Super Cruise in it. All right, so spinning around to my perspective, my honest thoughts of this truck. To be honest, I'm very impressed. This is one of the nicest trucks out there, and one of my favorite things is that tailgate, how good it works. I think absolutely General Motors has the best tailgate in the industry. I was able to load and unload my motorcycle in the bed of this truck without any help. It was so incredibly easy with that step down there. You can't say the same with Ford's tailgate with their thing that pops out, and nobody else has a step like that. This is the best tailgate. I love it. It just makes it so easy to use this as a work truck. You know, when you're buying a truck like this, you want to be able to work. You want to be able to haul things and use it as a truck. This isn't just some glorified Escalade with a bed. This is a work truck at the end of the day, and you want to be able to do that. And the tailgate, the bed, the way this is laid out, there's so much space in there, and it's so versatile. The massaging seats, that's another highlight of this truck. They work really well. There's so many vehicles I've been in, even some luxury brands, the massagers are not good at all. It's just a thing kind of poking you, doesn't really do anything. It feels like you're just messing with the lumbar support. This actually feels really good. My only complaint though, when you do the toggle, nothing's touchscreen, which I think is kind of a downfall. I think they could totally make this touchscreen because it's kind of hard to control everything. It takes a minute to get used to how everything works on here, and which way the arrows go, and then to shut it off, it only shuts off if you're on the roll, I believe. So I wouldn't mind maybe a software upgrade to make this touchscreen, have a dedicated off button, and that would just make it a lot easier to use. But it does work well, at least I'm glad that has that. As far as power plant, things like that, you know, it's a big truck, it's got some weight to it. The brakes do a good job bringing you down to a standstill, and that 6.2 liter, not bad, very healthy. That was right up to 50. It's a pretty healthy motor, good power plant for sure. The 10-speed utilizes the power very well to where you don't feel all these gear changes or anything like that. Smooth power delivery, I like that aspect a lot. So I'm honestly a big fan of this. The new redesign is so nice. GM was definitely falling behind with the previous generation trucks, just so outdated. This brings it up a notch and just, I think, takes the win now. The massive 13-inch screen, the screen in the center, everything about it. It really does come together to be a really sweet truck. If you're in the market, I would definitely look at one of these. If I was honestly buying a truck like this, I probably would buy this one just because it really does give you the whole package. So that is then it for the all-new 2022 GMC Sierra, the Denali Ultimate. Definitely an ultimate truck. Really, really nice setup. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you all in the next video.